Right guys, so, as you know, I did the first impression video of Rift. So yeah, I know I said graphically it's quite pleasant to look at and it's really good. I'm not going to actually, well, let's put it this way, this video is an after comment to it. So I'm going to go a bit more thing. For an MMO, now I have to say for an MMO, it is graphically pleasing, nice to look at, simply laid out for the UI. You're not cluttered it. And even the environment and that, they've put a fair bit of effort into crafting it. But if you're going on graphics of the game, whether it's an MMO or single player or just a multiplayer thrown into it, comparing it to games like Dead Space 2 and things like that, you can't. Because they're designed for a campaign mode, single player. They've got to look really good. I'm hoping that the Space Marine game that's meant to be coming out, I hope it does. Games Workshop, from what I hear, are having a bit of financial difficulty. It's not that this hasn't happened to them before, but what I will say is they've done it to themselves. So they've got to correct it. Will you behave? So we're going to use your graphically things. We'll pick World of Warcraft. It's been going for ages. It's a successful game. It's cartoony to look at, blocking, but it's still fun. If you want to really see some old game MMOs, the graphics of the original EverQuest UI and system. That's how I started, and World of Warcraft is an improvement on that. I don't care. That's why I can look at it and be not worried. I have played games that are MMOs that are graphically better. EverQuest 2, you could say, is graphically better but outdated. Vanguard was graphically better, but again, that is outdated. Aeon, graphically better. It's not outdated. It could, but they're trying to push the graphics of a single-player game into an MMO. So you are going to be looking at something that's going to be spectacular. Allods Online is a free-to-play one. It's like playing World of Warcraft, but you're dual-classing it. Rift, if we use World of Warcraft for comparison, graphically is better. They've put work into the environment, the characters, all of that. The UI is streamlined. It plays like that. If you like the play style of World of Warcraft but are bored of it, I would recommend Rift to you. You may not like it though, because it's the whole faction versus faction, like World of Warcraft. It's World of Warcraft but rewritten for their own way. There are 3 races to the factions, right? And that I will not fault. I play MMOs with this machine with the graphics up on full, and even on World of Warcraft, and this is going to sound weird, I have instances where my graphic freezes for a few seconds. But you're going to get that with any MMO because of the amount of data that's being sent to you and you're sending back. And I'm running on a quad-core machine. So, if you really want to know, it's a Phenom X4. 955 Black Edition, I believe. I'll double check it. Hang on a sec. Came in a bundle. Yeah, 955 Black Edition. It's pretty good. I can't fault it. Asus motherboards. It's a good motherboard. I would say that this setup is a gaming setup, which means it handles my video editing quite well. So yeah, I know I'm running on a fairly meaty machine now. So if you're using an older machine, check. My old machine, before I update it, wouldn't play DC Universe Online. And this machine can. It doesn't because I don't have an account for it. I'm actually going to wait for a trial because it's a Sony game. There's normally a trial. I'd be surprised if they don't do one. So yeah, I mean, Rift is a good game, and if you want to try something new, try it. It's definitely worth it when it comes out. I'm not going to badmouth it. It's going to be one of these that you'll tell within the first 6 months whether it's going to be around or not. It's got good concepts, good ideas. It's whether it can get the subscriber space to go, do you know what, I'm going to quit my MMO and play Rift. And I can't even remember how I came across Rift. So, yeah, I didn't see it advertised anywhere, but I managed to come across it. And that's the thing. If it's not advertised well, it's not going to last. It's as simple as that. And that's the end of it. It's a good game, from my impressions. I don't know what it's going to be like at high level. But you never do in these betas unless you're high level. You don't know what any game's going to be like at high level until you get there, because you could see a friend playing it, oh, that's pretty cool. And you could get there and not like it. So yeah, I hope the company behind Rift don't do Blizzard. Dungeons and everything. Blizzard have 2 difficulty settings for the 5-man dungeons. And they make the normal easier all the time. And heroic is heroic. But there should be a section in between where it's a challenge, but it's not as hard as heroic. That way, you can nerf your normal, and have that as easy, do a middle as normal, and then a heroic. That would be the way I'd do it, Blizzard. But that's me. So yeah. Oh, there are so many MMOs out there. I really would suggest listing down what you want from an MMO. Not easy or whatever, but is it fantasy? Is it sci-fi? Is it modern day? I've heard of a possible MMO that takes place in modern day that deals with the secret societies like Illuminati and things like that. I've heard whispers of it, but I don't know whether there is going to be one or not. Might be interesting. It might not be. So at the end of the day, you have to find what's right for you. You have to play what's right for you. I was originally a big EQ player. Then I went to EQ2. I didn't go to EQ2 straight away. I did the beta for it. I didn't enjoy it, and I went World of Warcraft. Went to EQ2, played with friends, got bored, gone back to World of Warcraft. I was playing when World of Warcraft came out till Burning Crusade, and then I got level... Oh, my mind's gone blank. Level 70, I think it was. Yeah, level 70. I got level 70 and was bored. My guildmates weren't level 70 yet. So I went and joined some friends on EverQuest 2. By the time I came back, they were all level 70 in Krypton weight raiding. And that was just before Wrath of the Lich King came out. So there's a big long break. Wrath of the Lich King I played constantly until I moved. And then during the time I moved, I was getting my internet sorted out, my computer died, and now I'm back on my Cataclysms out. But I was in Cataclysm Beta. And it changed the game. But they've only renovated the game. They need to do some innovation. And I'm hoping that that's what Rift might be doing. Because you create your character as, say, a warrior. And within your first couple of quests, bang, you're a Crusader, or you're a Riftblade, or you're this, or you're that. You're a Paragon, you're a Champion. And then within a few quest lines after that, bang, you've got your second class. And you are both. But you have to pick two classes that will work well together. I mean, I've gone for Champion and Riftblade, because Riftblade uses magic to do damage with the weapon, and Champion is a dual yielder that does damage with the weapon. So I'm not tanking. But tanking is what I really did enjoy. And I won't play a tank unless I know I've got friends there that I'm with regularly. So I'm probably going to end up back on Cataclysm when I can afford to. At the moment, I can't even afford to buy Cataclysm because my bike is in the shop. It's failed its MOT. It runs fine. It's just a couple of little things that need doing, which hopefully I will get a phone call on Monday saying my bike is ready to pick up. And then I don't have to worry about expenditure. I don't have to really worry about expenditure on my bike at the moment. I've bought it from a company and they said it would have a year's MOT on it once I pass, because I got it through the company I was learning to ride my 125 on. And I learned on that 125. I'm comfortable on that bike. I love riding that bike, but it's failed its MOT, so I can't go out on the road on it. All because of the number plate and a few little bit other bits. Yes, people, if you're going to get a bike, when you buy it, look at the number plate. If it's yellow and solid black lettering at the back, it's fine. Mine was shaded. And when I say shaded, the letters were not solid black. They were kind of checkerboarded to make it look shaded with a grey. Very, very small checkerboard, and you'd have to get up close to see it. But that makes it an illegal plate to have on the road. So I have to have a new plate on. Which is a shame. Because your MOT has nothing to do with the running of the bike. So guys, if you're going to get a bike, go to your local bike MOT centre and turn around and say, you want to buy a bike, but you need to know what to look for that's an instant fail on your MOT. That licence plate is an instant fail. If that was the only thing wrong and everything else was fine, it would still fail. Some stuff, you might get a guy who's going to say, I'll pass it, but this needs to be done. Anyway, I'm digressing. I'm going on about my bike, and I should be talking about Rift. It's a good game. I don't know if I'll be playing it, because, say, you tend to go where your friends go. It looks like it's going to be a subscription-based game. That's not a problem. There are plenty of subscription-based games that are still out there making their money. Believe it or not, the original EverQuest that came out, what, 1999? 12 years ago. It's still running. Ultima Online, still running. You get a good formula, you will get people that play it. But the problem is with new MMOs is you've not just got to convince yourself that you want to play it. If you know you want to play it, you've got to convince your friends as well, your guildmates and that, to make the changeover to this new game. And the problem is that a lot of people go, oh, well, I've spent out God knows how much on this game. I don't want to go to something new because I've spent that. I'm sorry, if you are using the excuse, I've spent a lot of money on this game, it's not valid. I've spent a lot of money on MMOs to buy the expansions and that. EverQuest 2, EverQuest 1, World of Warcraft. I even have Champions Online. Not Champions Online. City of Heroes and City of Villains. And I don't play them anymore. I can't even remember my login details for it. So as far as I'm concerned, when you're buying an expansion for that game, and you're paying out more to get more for that game, you can't use that as an excuse. Because what you've got to remember, Blizzard don't do this. And this is a bad thing. If you buy the latest expansion of World of Warcraft, you need to buy all of the ones before it as well as the original. So new players to the game have to spend out a fortune just to play. EQ2, you buy the latest expansion and you get everything that came before it with it, if you don't have it already. So you buy the latest version of the game, you have it all. Blizzard, you could learn from that. I'm going on about MMOs. There are so many different types. I mean, you've got your fantasy, we'll go for the original, EverQuest. You've got sci-fi, if you want to fly around in a ship, EVE Online. If you want to go first-person shooter, you've got Planet Side. I don't know if Tabula Rasa is still going, but that could have been good. There's so much choice out there. So you've got to find something you like. A concept, not the company. Not the reviews of the game. A concept. Do I want fantasy? Do I want sci-fi? Do I want something that's got a little twist? Do I want steampunk? Do I want... If you want something with a little twist, Rift is for you. It's fantasy. But the Defiant have machines. You see? But what they've done with Rift is if you don't want machines, you go the other side. You be the goody two-shoes. And you use natural ability magic. Other side. Bang. Machines. How do we put it this way? You're an Ascended. On the Guardian side, you are raised from the dead by the angels by the look of it. However, the Defiant side, you're an Ascendant. You're a clone. Finding that right balance between the two, it's good. I will give them that. They've found that balance. I'm not saying that this is going to be the best MMO out ever, because you cannot please everybody. If you can please everybody, then I personally think you're deluded and you need medication. I'm medicated. Yes, it's an empty packet. And I know that not everyone will like my videos. End of the day, I do these videos because I do it for me mainly. I want to do this. And there are people that might watch my odd videos. I don't have many subscribers. But some of my videos have Bear in mind, oh wait, let's actually check this, right? Let's see. YouTube. Before you run it, I have a monitor here that I'm recording on. I have my main monitor here. So I will look away while I'm doing this. Right, bang, my channel. I have 14 subscribers, right? And I would say that 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 of them, maybe 5. I don't know who they are. There's probably a couple others. I know that a couple of these have come from a friend. He's got them on. Two of them are people that I've known since college. One of them's someone I've met from World of Warcraft. So I've got a varied selection now because I do a varied selection. Right? End of the day, I have 14 subscribers. I have a video. Now most of my views will be about 20 views. So that's got to tell you, I'm not doing this for the views, right? But I have 2 Death Knight videos that I put up, describing the talent trees from Cataclysm during beta. Just quick overview to say. The Blood Tree, which is the tanking tree, has 1,247 views. And the Frost Tree has 869. The Paladin Wreck Tree, 2,736. So your subscription doesn't mean nothing, because I got high views on some of my videos. But I don't have a subscription base. Yeah, I've got some here, videos, that people have flagged as dislike. And most of them only have one flagged dislike, if they have it at all. Actually, most of them don't. So, I suppose that's a message to people out there that want to do YouTube videos, but they're worried about getting into it, because they're worried they won't get your subscription. My word of advice to you, and I know this is a long video, and I will be cutting it short soon. So I'm going to end it with a little bit of advice. If you're going to do videos, do it for yourself first. If you get popular, you may end up as people like Dodger and Total Biscuit or Husky Starcraft. Yes, I've picked 3 people that work together. You've got the Odd Pod as well, which are part of that. But you've also got people out there that don't do that, that they do other things. If you want to do a video, do it. At the end of the day, take the attitude of you're the only person that's going to watch it. But boy, am I going to make a professional job doing it. I don't do a professional job. I do it because I enjoy it. I smoke while I do mine. Okay? I even drink coffee. Because when you're talking, your mouth does get dry. So yeah, I know it's a long video. And I have been ranting a lot. But yeah, if you're gonna get into do it for yourself. If you become professional through it, good on you. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that do this professionally now that started this way. So, guys, back into the Rift. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not. There are a couple of other MMOs that I'm waiting for trials to come out on to try the full product. So hopefully, you might see some different videos. I may even do a video covering my Blu-ray collection. And the reason they're up here is I was checking the discs and listening to music, and I do that up here. But as you can tell, I've got a collection of CDs there. Not many, there's a few more in a box. So, who knows what my next video will be on. And, yeah. End of the day, if you're going to do a video, you do it for yourself, nobody else. And if people enjoy your style, they will come to you. So, if you enjoy someone, pass them on to your friends. That's all I can say. Word of mouth is a very powerful way of advertising. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a good way. Anyway, bye for now, and I shall see you soon.